Welcome to today's scaling class. This is the automated social selling system that our clients use to sell 2K, 15K, even 50K coaching offers in the DMs without paid ads, without appointment setters, or spending hours making content per week. So while we get started here, I can see that there's already about 50 people here live. I know that people are finishing their meetings and they're just hopping in right now, but I want to know, and my team want to know, where in the world are you? Type that into the chat. Type your Instagram username as well. This is a social media sales system training after all. And we also want you to type into the chat the number one thing that you want to get from this Impact School scaling class. So Nor and Anthony are with me here today. We're going to be checking through the chat. We want to be seeing your responses. Nor, where in the world are you right now? I know you've been traveling a bit. Anthony, you as well. I know all of our team travel a lot, but where are you right now? And Anthony, then you go after.
I am in London, England. It's very, very cold here. It's been -5 degrees Celsius today, which is absolutely freezing.
Okie dokie. Well, there we go. So Anthony, whereabouts are you calling in from
I'm
right now?
actually up in the mountains in Tennessee here in the United States of America, and it's been really cold for America. They had a pretty gnarly freeze that came through, and it's pretty much taken out most of the country. So for all of our Americans today on this call, I hope you're staying warm, and I hope you're doing okay.
There we go. So it's kind of interesting because I was just having the total opposite experience in Brazil. It was like the hottest weather I've experienced in my life. And I'm seeing there's people from all around the world. Pete's from Worcester in the UK. Sometimes if people aren't from the UK, they read that as Worcester. So there we go. Maro's in Medellin. I spent a ton of time there this year. I love that place. Eternal Spring. Nazia's in Dubai. That's also where I'm based. Lisa's in Vancouver Island. So a lot of people from all around the world. Tony's in Wimbledon, right near where I grew up. And can anyone see what people are wanting to gain from this chat? I see everyone sharing their Instagram usernames, which is great. Always amazing to connect with one another. Great opportunity to get your name out there. But I can see, Anthony, can you see what people are wanting to get
Let's
from this training?
let's see. Eric just dropped in the chat. He wants to increase conversions from interest to using his services. Um, which is a great thing. I'm glad that's exactly what you want to come here for. So good on you, Eric, for showing up today. This is exactly
Yeah.
the spot you want to be in. But let's hear some more of these. Let's hear some more of what you all are looking to do, what you're trying to get from this class in particular. Just really excited for all of you today to be able to take as much value as you can from this because we're going deep. We're going deep, right, Lauren?
Yes, we are. So with that said, some more people have just hopped in. And for everyone that's just joining, this is the automated social selling system that our clients use to sell 2K, 15K, and even 50K coaching offers in the DMs without paid ads, without appointment setters, and without spending hours making content per week. This is a really interactive workshop. So get going in the chat, get live in there. We will be taking questions as we go through this training. This is not some pre-recorded thing where we're not going to be talking to you. We are really here to actually deliver and to make sure that you can walk away with a ton of clarity because you'll be ready for scale in 2024 by the end of this training. You can count on us for that. And you'll have 100% clarity on the new social selling system that reaches leads that want to pay you, that converts into high paying clients and builds your authority brand. I can see Mize was actually saying that she wants to understand how to leverage social media to sell retreats. So, hey, you're in a very, very good place. Because what we're going to share today has been updated specifically for 2024, allowing you to stay on the cutting edge and get ahead of your competition through the new way, not the old way that other people are talking about. So please grab a pen and paper, strong coffee or green tea, depends on what time it is. For me, it's a bit late. I did just have a coffee though, because even though I don't usually have it past 3 p.m., I needed some extra energy to deliver to you today. And please close your other tabs. And once you close your other tabs, please type done in the chat because I want to know who's here with me, who, we have all of your full attention for. So once you've got all those tabs closed, type done and I can see Claire, Tony, Kimberly, Robert, Joe have all hit done. Okay, so good. I like you guys. You're paying attention. So we're about to show you how to make sales online just like this, where you can see Nick. He said, Happy New Year to you and the team. I just recorded my biggest in sales ever from Christmas to New Year's Eve. He did 35K in sales. So when a lot of people weren't making any money, this system was bringing in sales for Nick, his biggest month ever. And it showed him, what's possible with this system. Or like Michael, who did 25K in one day. And below using this social selling system, he was below 25K per month. Or like Mike, who doubled his biggest month ever after just a couple of months using this. He even sent me a screenshot to say, just so you know, I'm not full of it. He's one of our clients, and I just thought that was funny. And we'll be the first to tell you that the results that you'll get will depend on you and the level in which you implement. I told Mike, hey, Mike, It's going to take you a year to get this really going to the level that you want it to be. And you can see, he did it much, much quicker than that. This was in just a few months of working with us. And that's what happens when you go at this, you implement, and you have the mindset that you want to be successful. And just as well as we do, that testimonials are there to show evidence that what we're saying works. And by now you can see that this works for these guys, so it can work for you too. So instead of boring you with testimonials, let's just get straight into it. So the old way versus the new way. So the old way was all about having a fancy website or cheap products or making a big audience or trying to grow a huge following. And it was really exhausting to serve clients, and you had to use scarcity and urgency. I don't know if anyone here has felt the need to do any of these things. Anthony, no, I know we see this a lot, but does anyone relate to having to try to do these things? They just don't work as much as they used to. I see SD says, yes, can relate to that. Terry says yes as well. Now, whereas the new way is all about using social media to drive sales, selling premium packages, creating an audience of buyers, doing it in a way that leverages your time. And when we say leverage time, we mean it doesn't require more of your one-on-one inputs to get a result. Instead, you create a system and the system does the work for you. And then instead of scarcity and urgency, you create authority positioning so that you get inbound lead flow. Now, the system that we'll be going through today, it will sell your offers consistently with the help of social media automation, which frees up your time while bringing in dream clients thanks to posting content that turns you into an authority brand and allows you to work towards adding 20, 50, even 100K in profit per month to your coaching offers. And in case the term social media worries you, and you think I'm going to tell you to go live and get ready with me while putting your makeup on, okay, maybe not the men, but hey, maybe you're into that. This training is not going to teach you how to go viral on TikTok, right? It's not going to teach you how to outreach dozens of leads per day. We're not going to teach you to spend thousands a month on ads or to outsource to a big team or post 1,000 pieces of content each month or to talk about your private life or cry on camera or post your body all over social media. And we're also not going to teach you to automate your whole DMs into a chat funnel so you lose that personal touch. Because what we're going to share with you today, it's more about a system that is going to work for you even if you don't have a big audience, okay? So more than half of the people that we've installed this social selling system with, who are clients of ours, they have less than 1,000 followers online. So this system works no matter the size of your audience right now. Everyone here has a small audience, right? And today we'll break down the most sustainable system to convert high quality leads into the big bucks. So it's all about attracting high quality leads, converting them into sales for your business, and then amplifying and automating the whole process so that you can reach those goals. Because I can see here, there are some big goals that you guys have. I saw someone say that they want to go from 50K to 100K per month. That was Nazia. I can see others who are wanting to go ahead and actually hit 25 to 30K per month, and people that have many different offers and they really just want to scale it. So with that said, you're going to want to stay until the end because we're going to be picking 3 people to do a live Instagram audit for. All you need to do in order to win is take a picture of your screen at any point throughout this training and tag impact_school. That's the name of our company. And then at Lauren Tickner. That's me. That's my social account. And we're going to pick 3 people who share. So if you want to be in the chance for getting a live Instagram audit from us, the people who have made a lot of Instagram accounts super profitable, then you're going to want to be one of the people that share. And we have our team monitoring who's sharing as we go. So just to let you know, we work with people who are really, really busy already. So we don't want to waste your time. And to benefit from this training, just to make sure this is a good fit, right? You need to have truly mastered something which you can or already do coach people on. And you need to have evidence that you are truly an expert in your field. You need to want to build a high authority brand, and you know that you need a strategy to go from barely known to authority brand online while being the face and the expert. Not because you're arrogant, but because you know you can help businesses, entrepreneurs, and people just like you when you're finally seen. And also, you need to be willing to learn and adapt your methods to get to the next level, because that's what you ask of your clients, so you live it yourself. So if you qualify, type yes into the chat. And if you're just here to funnel hack our strategy and you just want to figure out what we're doing, then my guess is that what you're doing right now isn't working as well as you want it to. In which case, you are in the perfect spot for us to help you execute our social media sales system and impact school. And I can see the chat blowing up with yeses, so it looks like we've got a really great audience here today. And our promise to you is that you'll be able to implement the most profitably tried and tested social media strategy to consistently sell your coaching offers on social media. And we'll show you how to do it in a way that doesn't take hours of your time, that doesn't need you to spend more money on ads, and that doesn't require the hassle of hiring, managing, and paying appointment setters. We have a story about that coming. later. And by the way, you don't need to be tech savvy or anything. As long as you're committed to building an authority brand online and selling coaching packages that are more than 2.5K, this social media sales system will work for you. And by the way, if you're struggling to sell for premium prices, but you said yes when we asked, do you qualify? Then Impact School will help you position yourself in a way that allows you to command higher prices. And we're going to show you how to do it in a way that feels good to you. So who are we? In less than 60 seconds, we will not bore you with our life story. So my name is Lauren Tickner. I took my fitness coaching business to 500K in profit, which made me a millionaire by the age of 23. And then 2 7-figure profit businesses later in the lead generation and social media space, I was actually able to turn that into Impact School, which is my current company, which has helped hundreds of others achieve similar results in their lives, which allow me to speak on the same stages as Gary Vee and Hormozi, which you can see some pictures of up there. So Noor is the COO of Impact School, and she knows our systems better than anyone else. Noor, give them a wave so that they, well, I mean, I'm sure they can guess who you are, but just in case. This photo is actually, do you know Hormozi? Does anyone here know who he is? If you do, type Hormozi into the chat. But this picture is actually Noor speaking at Hormozi and Russell Brunson's ex-business coaches event. He asked her to speak there because she was implementing systems so incredibly well that he wanted her to speak in front of the rest of his clients. So that was pretty impressive by her. And then Anthony is responsible for all of the client success stories and testimonials that you see from Impact School. He just gave you a peace sign over there. So that's who we are. And the exact social media strategy that we'll share today has landed Impact School clients like you probably know Ali Abdal. So I made this tweet and I said, I'm considering selling some consulting sessions. Someone asked me for a 5K for an hour of consulting. And Ali Abdal actually replied to me, and Angus is his manager there. So this is the type of results that you can get from the social media sales system. I see Tara said, love Ali there, and also said, great team. Yes, thank you. This system has also got me personally featured on a lot of big YouTube channels. And yeah, it's allowed my coaching business to profit a minimum of 100K in profit per month for as many years as I can remember. So please get present with me because we're about to share a lot of information with you. And our mission at Impact School is to give businesses the tools that turn their vision into a profitable coaching business that makes an impact. So today you can count on us to deliver to you because we believe that the world will be a better place when great entrepreneurs get the tools to get their expertise in the hands of people who need it. So here's what we're going to discuss today. So first of all is a 3-part social selling framework that actually converts. The second thing is we're going to show you how you can reach the right people with the right social media content structure. You are going to walk away knowing exactly what to post, and we're even going to dissect our top performing posts so you can swipe them and post them for yourself. We're also going to go through how to convert people from social media into paying customers without a long process that takes weeks or months. And we'll show you how to save time while doing it while using automation, and also which assets are actually profitable. Like, do you need a website, which funnels to use, ebooks, live training, for example, so that you can make it work. And if you're already trying to have DM conversations to close people right now, but you keep getting ghosted, we'll show you how to stop ghosting from happening. Okay, so are you ready? If you are ready, type ready into the chat and let us go. Okay, so an overview of Impact School's social media sales system. I love the momentum in the chat. It's like it's super fun. So we'll be going through how to attract leads using organic social media. Okay, how to convert them so you can make sales consistently and predictably. So if I was to ask you, where are your next 10 clients coming from, you can answer that question for me. Because if I'm asking you that right now, I mean, do you know the answer? Where are your next 10 clients coming from? If you were to really, really answer that honestly, most people don't know, okay? And that's okay because you are in good hands with us. And once you know how to do that, we'll show you, once the system is installed, how you can amplify and automate that whole thing. So let's get straight into it. So step 1, reaching the right people, okay? This is part 1 of 3 for the social media sales system. And here's how I learned it. So my first business, which was fitness coaching, in that business, my audience was growing rapidly. The press wrote articles about me. You can see I was in the Daily Mail, Cosmopolitan, Independent, you name it. And I shared on social media so consistently that I didn't miss a day for 3 years, which meant that I was everywhere. My plan had worked. But every time I got a new client, they only wanted to talk to me. At Impact School, we call this an owner boner. So I was totally trapped in my business because it was just demanding me all the time. I couldn't get away from this. Can anybody relate to that? It's pretty much exhausting. So I was reaching people, but the more people I reached, the more work I created for myself. Because every new client that I got, it meant 2 hours building their program, 1 hour doing their welcome call, 1 hour then updating their programming, and then 30 minutes each week, doing text and group support. And so just 5 clients was 15 hours of upfront work, and then 7.5 hours each week. Not to mention all the quick questions that popped up beyond that. So the cycle felt endless. My revenue was stuck. I couldn't get past 14K per month. Some months it was 4,000, other months it was 12,000. I never knew how much I was going to pocket, which made all things money really, really difficult. So I did know where my next clients were coming from, but I didn't know exactly how much revenue or exactly the amount of cash that would result for me. Okay, so that was what was stressful. And so I was exhausted. I wasn't enjoying my business at all. And it was the business that I had started for freedom. So, man, I just take myself back to those days because it felt even more frustrating because I literally had dozens of people asking me, how can I work with you? But I just sent them to my YouTube channel to watch some free videos because I didn't want to deal with all the faff of signing a new client. And that's when I realized that, oh my gosh, this is a moment of huge opportunity for me. I realized that I was self-sabotaging additional revenue because my systems were broken. I didn't have a lead generation problem. I had a fundamental business economics problem. And I knew I could sell more on social media. I just didn't want to because more revenue meant more work and more stress for me. So it was a subconscious thing. And when I had that realization, finally, I brought it to my conscious mind. I realized if I look at my top 10 clients, the ones that I actually got the best results for and the ones that paid me the most, I realized that they all came to me for a similar outcome. But the shocking thing was that they were all entrepreneurs. That's why they could pay me the big bucks. And I changed my pricing to match what they were paying me. And I automated my client onboarding process. So each new client took me 10 minutes instead of all of those hours. And as soon as I knew that more clients didn't mean more work for me, my revenue more than doubled and each client took me less time. In fact, for every hour I worked one-on-one with, I was making 22 times more than before because I got so many hours back. Okay, so instead of 2 full work days of 10 to 12 hours, I needed to work just 1 hour, meaning I could focus on reaching more people to be my customer. Now they didn't need all of me and my time. So what I did, because I had so much time now to test different things to actually reach more people and get more leads, is I tried everything. I tried videos, podcasts, written content, ads, outbound, cold email, cold calling, and more. And I lost money on a lot of those strategies despite really committing to them for months and even years. But there was one method which stood out above all of them, which brought in the most profitable and understanding customers, allowing me to keep more of what I was making and they gave me grace if I ever slipped up. And I learned about it because more than half of my day every day has been dedicated to reaching more people for more than 5 years now. And during those hours of researching, trying and testing, I've shared more than 3,000 posts on Instagram, hundreds of YouTube videos, and thousands more pieces of content online. So what's that one method? Okay. That one method is organic social media. Organic social media wins to get clients who are aligned with your values, who stay for a long time, and who are the most profitable to your business. So organic is using the platform in the same way that normal users do. You don't boost the posts with paid ads or use the ad buying section of the platform. Instead, you let the algorithm push your content out by itself because your content makes sense to be on that platform, right? So Alex Hormozy, he said in a YouTube video, for every $1 he spends on social media, it would cost him 28 with paid ads. So that means organic social, when done right, can be up to 28 times cheaper than paid ads. So organic social media on steroids is what we're going to teach you today. So here's how I use it for my business. So going back to our story, because I'd optimized my offers so they can sell with automation on social media all those years ago, I needed to find a way to consistently get leads and make sales without me needing to step in. So I went to my whiteboard, anyone else love doing that? And I looked at all my customers and I figured out exactly which content they'd seen before becoming a customer, how long it took them to become a customer, and the common paths taken by my best clients before they paid me money. This was a very valuable exercise because what I discovered after 6 weeks of my whiteboard really surprised me because there were 3 clear groups of people who eventually became my customers. There were lurkers, there were engaged followers, and there were leads. And sometimes people who didn't even know who I was became my customer within 24 hours using this system. Because now I'd reverse engineered the journeys that people were taking before they paid me money, I simply needed to recreate and engineer those 3 paths again and again to make my sales more consistent. And that's when I came up with the organic social media sales system to turn people who don't know who I am, lurkers, followers, or leads into clients on social media fast. So if you haven't already grabbed a pen and paper, now would be the time to do so. And while you're getting your pen and paper, type into the chat what you most want to get from this training so that we can tailor our presentation to best help you. Remember, we want to make this engaging. We want to help you and support you personally. Tara says she wants clarity. And right now, Anthony, I'm going to hand it over to you while our chat is getting engaged here. And I see here that Tony says he wants to scale. Kate says she wants her time back. Robert says Lug is moving to leads. Maya says sales for my retreat plus sales for the post-retreat report. Francesca says understanding how to make my number of leads predictable. Ron says automated organic lead generation system. Nazia says scale. Rani says increasing following so that I have more paying customers. Okay, there's a lot there, Anthony. So I am going to stop talking and hand it over to you and go look at the chat myself.
Amazing. I saw some people talk about lurkers, not leads, right? Or turning lurkers into leads. And a lot of people have these lurkers. So I think what this part of this training and what we're about to go through and going deep into the content strategy, I think is really going to help people to bring that to light. That's a really important concept. So I'm glad people are really paying attention there because we're going to really dive in. So even if you've seen our content on this before, this has been totally updated for 2024. By the way, it's a new year. So let's get to it. Let's make this year your best year ever, okay? What you see here is the updated social media content schedule. This is an Impact School's proven day-by-day content calendar. You don't need anything other than this. This is it. This is what we focus on, okay? It's a Monday through Friday schedule, okay? We're going to get into the depth of what you're going to be doing on why on these individual specific days, why Monday is different from Wednesday and so on and so forth. And for those of you talking about, hey, I want to turn to lurkers and engage people into leads, you're going to see how that's done. Okay, so let's dive in. Now, our proven day-by-day social media content schedule is it's just part one. Okay, it's just only part one of Impact School's social media sales system. That tells you that there's a lot here. Okay, so we're going to dive in. This system is platform agnostic, meaning it works on all social media platforms, email, feed, stories, video, everything. So do not think, as some people are already asking, does this only work for Instagram? Does this only work for a platform? No, this is for everything. So keep this in mind, okay? Impact School's content philosophy. Okay, to understand our content philosophy, you need to understand the 5 stages of awareness, which is a marketing truth brought to the world by the famous Eugene Schwartz. If you don't never heard the name, you're going to learn now. Okay, so Eugene Schwartz created this process for people to understand market awareness levels. It's 5 stages of awareness when it comes to marketing. Okay, number 1 is a stage where your prospect is unaware. Okay, and what they're saying is, I don't know I have a problem, or I won't honestly admit it. Okay, then the next stage is, okay, I'm a little problem aware. I have a problem, but I don't know the solution. All right, and then the next stage is solution aware, which is I know my problem solution, but I don't know that you offer it. Okay, and then product aware is I know you offer my solution, but are you the best for this? For those of you in very competitive niches and different industries like that, maybe this is something that you run into. Okay, and then the last one is stage 5, which is most aware. That's when they're sold. They're saying, give me the opportunity to buy and I'm in. This is for those of you who have people who are ready to buy something, you're not selling them. Okay, we see this all the time with many of our clients. So I just want to point that out. I'm using this from experience. Okay, so I just want you to keep this in mind. All right, the Impact School content strategy excludes the unaware. Okay, because spending energy on those you need to convince is like riding a bike up a mountain. Instead, the majority of your clients will actually come from the other 4 stages, which is problem aware, solution aware, product aware, most aware. Okay, so that's who you'll focus on with our strategy. All right, depending on their stage of awareness, people hear what you say differently, or they don't hear you at all. So let's explain this through 2 examples. Okay, example number 1: the unaware people will scroll past a sales offer you put out because they just don't know you yet. All right, and they don't yet know that solutions or products exist, or they have a problem. So they do not see the solutions or products that solve that problem. All right. Example 2, the product aware people will not pay attention to content which educates on why you are suffering from XYZ problem, because they already know they have the problem, why they have it, and what the solution is. They'd feel that your problem education content is actually too basic for them. So you start to lose them. Okay. That's why at Impact School, we believe in hyper targeting one group of people in any one piece of content. And that depends on how much they do or don't already know, like, and trust you. All right, while only speaking to the problem, the solution, the product, and most aware from Eugene Schwartz's stages of awareness. That's why we pinpoint those 4 key stages. Okay, the 3 audience segments. Okay, let me tell you what they are. We simplify this through talking to 1 out of 3 groups in any one piece of content. What we don't do is we don't talk to multiple ones in one piece of content. We talk to 1 group. These are the 3 groups. Strangers, these are people who don't know who you are. That's considered top of funnel. If you're a client of ours, you're going to hear this terminology every day. This will become second nature to you. This, what you're about to see. Followers, these are people who know and like you. That's middle of the funnel. Okay, middle of funnel. Then leads, these are people who are ready to work with you. Bottom of funnel. Okay. I see Lisa in the chat writing check mark because she is one of our clients who hears me hound this into them every day. Okay. Top of funnel. Okay. This is TOF. These are people who are finding you for the first time. These are strangers. Okay. They're problem aware. Okay. And these posts should not have a CTA other than to follow you, or a sideways CTA. Okay. Which is rarely. All right. And we'll get to that in the future. All right. Ask yourself, if 1 million new people saw this piece of content, what would make them want to follow me? And I say that with under the context of, hey, our goal is not to get followers. That's what we talked about earlier, which is the old way. We're not trying to build some massive audience, but we are saying if 1 million new people saw the content, what would make them want to follow me? All right. Middle of funnel. These are people who know, like you, and trust you, but who have not moved off social media and onto your email list. All right. They're solution aware. These posts should have a call to action to go to a webinar, ideally a monthly live webinar. Hint, hint. Okay. Ask yourself, if 1 million of my followers saw this piece of content, what would make them sign up for my freebie? Notice the different calls to action that we're having now, right? And then that brings us to the people who are ready to work with you. Those are leads. This is BOF, which is bottom of funnel. All right. These are people who are interested in working with you, but who are just waiting for you to show them how it works if they work with you. They're product aware. All right. They know you offer something to solve their problem. And these posts should have a call to action that goes to an application. And you can expand out to have a video sales letter, a VSL, with an application below once your offer is validated. Okay. Meaning once you've got some sales, once you've got things moving in the right direction, you have market feedback. Now you can start to get deep into some marketing assets and different avenues to help you to sell easier. But don't jump the gun. Don't go ahead of the curve. Don't put the cart before the horse. Okay. Stay focused on what matters most right now for the stage that I am at. This is what we do. Okay. Ask yourself, if 1 million leads saw my offer, what would make them send me a message to learn more about working with me? Isn't that a dream situation? All right. To make it simple for you, to ensure that you have the right balance, the right type, and the volume of calls to actions, you should follow our proven day by day content schedule every week. Okay. Our best clients write out all their content for the week ahead in one time block of 30 to 60 minutes so they can get in flow and hash out all the content in one go. Ideas start to really flow when you sit and actually spend time putting effort into that. Okay. Remember to speak to only one of the 3 groups at a time. Therefore, you move people closer to becoming a customer with every single post in a way that is super organic and authentic. So we're going to show you how you can use it today. All right. And this strategy takes less than 30 to 60 minutes per week while ensuring you reach more people, turn lurkers into leads. All right. And directly get clients on social media. Lauren's been using this strategy for over 5 years. 5 years. That's proven. That's good. That's seen algorithms change. That's seen platforms change. That's seen trends come and go. Okay. That's what's allowed her to stay above 100K profit per month. All right. And there's been hundreds and hundreds of business owners who previously hated social media or making content who are now doing it in a way that feels aligned with their interests and values. That's what we want for you. So let's make this easy for you. Here's how it works. Instead of posting content for the sake of posting it, you use a strategy which has been proven again and again, resulting in hundreds of business strategists, marketing experts, and coaches adding 50K plus per month profit to their businesses. And each day of the week, you speak to only one of each of the 3 groups of people. We're going to keep telling you that. We're going to keep telling that one group of people. When you speak to just one of each of the 3 groups at a time, your content is much more targeted. And that makes your conversions higher and ensuring you aren't always pitching, but allowing you for it to organically make offers that feels non-sales. So let's pass it back to Lauren to give you an overview of the optimal calendar, which we tested on more than 500 coaching businesses before we dive into each day by day. All right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm on it, Anthony. I've just been loving the chat because the problems that many people are having are things that we solve and that we're going to be going over in this training here today. I'm literally about to show you the actual screenshot of the post, and then I'm going to break down the post for you so that you can go ahead and implement this for yourself. And I think this would be a good moment to just say, have you guys seen anything in the chat, any questions in the chat that we should answer? If anyone has any questions that are coming to your mind, please just pop it into the chat right now. I'll get started, and then Anthony, just feel free to interrupt me at any moment that you think is actually a good moment to do so, and we can cover the questions that you've got going. So we're going to go through everything day by day. So again, here's an overview. This is more of a condensed overview from what Anthony showed you earlier. So Monday is all about reaching more people. Same as Friday, okay? Monday, Friday, we reach more people. So let's just look at Monday for a sec. On Monday, we're going to be speaking to those people that don't know who you are, so we don't have a call to action. Again, we'll be showing you some templates that you can use and install in your business, whether it's in LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, whatever all the other platforms are that pop up over the years. I mean, it's endless, but you get the drill. Like, our system is all about being platform agnostic, so this is going to work no matter what platform you want to post on. We think you should just copy and paste everywhere because it takes an extra 5 minutes, but I won't get into that. Okay, Tuesday is all about then turning your lurkers and engaged audience into leads. Again, we'll be showing you the exact posting style in order to do so, and the whole aim is to get people's email addresses. I don't know if you remember, who remembers that day when Instagram went down? Was it a couple years? It was actually a couple of years ago, but I still remember it because I remember we sent out an email, and this one we had hundreds of people reply to it because they were all so stressed, and they were like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for sending this because my Instagram's down and I'm so worried that I'm never going to get it back, and I can't DM my leads, and I can't all this stuff. And that's the problem with just relying on one social media platform. Tara said panic. Yes, exactly. Randy said, yes, I need to grow my list. Exactly. This system will show you how to do so. Wednesday is also about getting people onto your list. And then Thursday is all about turning your lurkers engaged audience and those people into customers. Okay, this is where we actually put out an offer, and we're going to be giving you 2 templates that you can choose from to go ahead and start getting customers. I mean, it's Thursday today. You can post this today. And then Friday, we go back to reaching more people because we always got to keep reaching more, haven't we? Okay, so for each call to action, we tell people to either comment a keyword or DM a keyword to get leads into your DMs. We'll show you how to automate it later in a way that's approved and allowed by the social media platforms. So let's go to Monday. The goal is to reach more people. And I can see Claire says, I remember when Facebook went down and everyone was saying to collect emails. Right, they say it for a day and then they don't do it. We do it week in, week out. This system really works. So here's how you can reach more people, right? So on Monday, here's the way to think about this, okay? So if we think about people that are scrolling on social media all the time, as they're scrolling social media and they don't yet know your name, they don't know who you are, when they see your post, they immediately think, who is this random person and why should I listen to them? Because they have never seen you before. So in order to get them to listen to you, you need to showcase credibility and authority in your content, especially on Monday and Friday, which is when we're reaching more people. And you need to deliver value without asking anything in return and without speaking at people. Now, please remember, value, people always talk about value. They say deliver value, but what does value mean? Well, value occurs at the point of consumption. Giving free stuff is not value. Value happens when someone consumes your stuff and has an aha moment or gets a result that shifts their thinking, or they implement it and they see results, right? So change the way that you think about value, and the goal is to showcase yourself as a credible authority figure that answers the question, why should I listen to you? They know why they should listen to you, and they listen to you so much that they actually get an aha moment or they implement to get a result. So please stop being afraid to share the good things about you and your company, because what you need to do is instead, in order to actually get people to listen to you, is you need to use a cocktail party intro at the top of your caption. So we'll have some fun here. We can do some workshopping. So my question to you is this, right? Please type this in the chat. I want to see what you say. So if you were at a cocktail party and your best friend was introducing you to a friend that you don't know, their friend, what would your friend say when introducing you to their friend? So let's say you were at a business event together and your friend's introducing you to somebody that they know. What are they going to say to introduce you? Okay, I'll let you type that into the chat. So I want you to list down 3 to 5 impressive things that your friend would say about you relating to your business and your experience in your industry. Lead with those one-liners to get people to pay more attention to you online. Claire says, hey, meet Claire. Claire, I think this next section will help you a bit. So here's an example, right? Let's dissect this post. Some of the top social media posts that resulted in the most revenue last year now came from using a cocktail party brag. So you can see this post here, just on Facebook alone, organic, has 474 comments, 256,000 in tracked revenue back to this one piece of content. So let's actually go through this post and dissect it line by line so that you can get a better idea on how to use a cocktail party intro. Okay. So by the way, I actually copied and pasted this on all the other platforms, and it reached more than 13,000 additional people on LinkedIn with 34 comments. You can kind of see that there, it's quite small. So here's the exact post structure. Part one of the post is the cocktail party intro. That's the most important part when we want to reach more people. Remember, that's Monday and Friday. Part two, we overcome objections. Part three, here's how. We explain how. Part four is then 3 to 5 value points. These are short, punchy sentences that deliver value and showcase your expertise. And then part five is just thank you for reading. Okay, so let's go through this, right? So here's the cocktail party intro. It says, I made more than $1 million after tax last year. Okay, that's the cocktail party intro. And traveled to 12 countries in 12 months for fun. That's also part of the cocktail party intro. No, I don't have OnlyFans, an MLM, or spend daddy's money, right? That's me overcoming objections. Here's how I make millions running a business I love. Okay, that's part three. Very simple. So I'm just going to look at the chat and look at some of these right now. So Tara said she's got incredible energy. She heals. She transforms people's lives. Tara, let's make it more tangible. Lisa said Lisa has a wealth of knowledge. Again, let's make it more tangible, right? Exactly tangibly, what have you achieved in your business and life that if your friend was to tell that to an ideal client, they'd immediately be like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this person my whole life. So let's just look at a few more examples. Okay, Rani said she's a psychedelic coach and yoga therapist. She helped me get over my anxiety. Okay, that's cool, Rani. She helped me get over my anxiety. Hey, Rani, how many people have you helped get over anxiety? How did you do it? Okay, let's get more deep into that, because when you get deeper and make things more tangible, like this example here, I made more than $1 million after tax last year and traveled to 12 countries in 12 months for fun. That's very tangible and desirable to what your people want. So the next part of this is 3 to 5 value points, which are short and punchy sentences. An example is, my business got successful when I started saying no to money. It sounds backwards, but being selective about your customers equals better results, which leads to better case studies, which leads to a stronger reputation, which leads to more high paying customers and bigger success. And then at the end, you just say thank you for reading and you don't have a call to action. So Monday is there to reach more people so you're no longer unknown. Now Tuesday, however, again, this is where we get leads. This is where we grow the list. And remember, this social media schedule is scientifically created to move people from left to right, from unknown to lurkers to engaged to lead, or to get a few people to fast track along the way and turn them into a client just like that. And the beautiful thing is that the longer you stick at it, the more effective this strategy becomes. So while you'll get an immediate uplift as soon as you start following this process, it's important to remember that the reason why Impact School system works so well is because it empowers you to segment your audience into the 3 groups, getting you known by more and more people, as you know, we just went through for Monday's content, and turning lurkers into engaged followers, turning your engaged audience into leads, and turning your leads into clients. And even jumping many or all of the steps in the customer journey by getting some people to take the fast track, and you'll see how now. So let's look at Tuesday's content so that you can post it. So the goal, remember, to convert lurkers and your engaged audience into leads. So let's just do a definition of terms. Leads are people who want what you offer and have the intent of making a buying decision within the next month. We distinguish between leads and audience by getting people to opt into something with their email address. An email address is something that you own and control, not Zuckerberg or anybody else, right? So here's how to formulate your lead gen post. On Tuesday, you put out a free offering that directly appeals to the leads who will get the most value from you and therefore be the most likely to buy from you soon. And then you use the same caption framework that we used in Monday, you know, where we went through the actual steps that you put in the caption. The only difference is that on Monday, you make no offering. On Tuesday, however, they get the freebie. So in order to know what to post about, you need to take the problems that you hear in sales. This is really important, okay? Every time you're speaking to a prospect, you're on a sales call, you're having a DM conversation. If they say they have a pain or a problem, copy what they've said and put it onto a pain gain sheet. Your pain gain sheet then becomes the resource for all of your middle of the funnel content, all of your content where you're trying to get leads. So for example, I saw Paul says he helps high achieving entrepreneurs overcome lifelong inner blocks. in as little as 90 minutes. Okay, so an example would be that somebody keeps self-sabotaging and they know what they want to do, but they just can't seem to motivate themselves to do it. You would literally copy and paste where they said, I can't motivate myself to do it. And then you put that on your pain gain sheet. That's the pain. And now you know that you need to make a piece of content about how to motivate yourself to do stuff. Okay. Anyways, in this post, you then showcase how your systems and processes will overcome their challenges within 3 to 5 value points, and you put a call to action to get your training. The call to action goes in both point 2 and at the end, because some people will read the first few lines and already be ready to take the action. So again, we get people to DM or comment a keyword that boosts your post in the algorithm, therefore pushes your content out to more people, just like the people who are commenting, which in turn gets you more leads and help you reach more people. And the quick question is, do customers actually want to engage with you like this? There's a study by Twilio which shows that 9 out of 10 customers want to use messaging to talk to businesses. So we helped Ryan Moran install this system in his business. This post alone generated him a huge amount of leads. Let's break it down, right? So one of the objections and the problems that people kept saying that they had in sales is they don't think that their own e-com brand is the best way to invest their money, right? He teaches people how to build an e-com brand. And so he then took the objection and he asked, what's the best place to invest 100 right now? Then he listed a few of the common objections that he hears, like Bitcoin, Tesla, starting his own business. And then he said, here's how. Okay. And then from there, he went into the value points in his content. And remember, like when people, in this post story, he's talking to lurkers and his engaged audience. So that's why he took the objections that he hears in sales. So he then shared his 3 to 5 value points. And he speaks with authority in his post here because those people already know who he is. He's not trying to reach more people. He's talking to his lurkers and his engaged audience. So you can see here his value points. And then in point number 2, he then did a keyword comment. And that's how on Tuesday you turn lurkers into engaged or even turn them into leads. And we'll be showing you how to automate the whole process too. So then on Wednesday, we also want to focus on lead generation. The difference is that on Wednesday, we just go direct. You use the same freebie that you did on Tuesday, but instead you post it totally directly and you can use this exact same copy. So I'm going to read both of these out to you so that you can write it down. So the first one says, I'm giving away a brand new training, $1 million audience for free today. It's a blueprint to sell more from social media. Want access 100% free, reply results, and I'll DM you the link. Okay, then we took this post, we posted it on stories, we posted it on Facebook, Instagram, Facebook stories as well. We posted it as a reel, we posted it on LinkedIn, everywhere, literally everywhere. And this one post alone generated us more than 3,000 leads. 3,000 leads that came to live workshops over the past few months. Okay, this one converts really, really highly. So you can easily change it just to use this as a template, which would say, I'm giving away a brand new training, insert title for free today. It's a blueprint to insert what it does, want access 100% free, reply results, and I'll DM you the link. Same. And we'll show you how to automate the whole process in a minute. And then another example is want to steal my organic social media strategy ? Okay. You could say, want to steal my whatever it is that you do. The strategy that's made me and my clients X amount of money in the last 2 years. And then all the objections, 0 paid ads, 0 complex funnels, 100% organically, reply live, and it's yours 100% free. Okay, you can just use this too. If it works, keep using it. These templates really, really work. Our recommendation is that you type this out word for word and then tweak it for yourself. Again, you copy and paste it everywhere, right? We want to get as much reach as possible. Putting the text on top of videos is super effective too. This post on my Instagram got us 55 comments that people that wanted to sign up to a live training just like this. So you can see here, it says, I'm sick of seeing great coaches struggle to get clients on social media. After helping 350 plus coaches scale to 500K per year, I'm going to break down the exact steps. Want access 100% free, comment the word live, and I'll send free access to your DMs. People then send the word live, and then we send the link to sign up to the free training. It's really, really simple. You don't even need to have a landing page technically, because you could just send them what's your best email address and I'll get you signed up. You then take that email address, you can automate it to send them an email that sends them a link to a Zoom call, and then you could do a live training on Zoom. As simple as that. Now, the best free thing that we found is a training that breaks down the 3 most common problems that your potential clients have and how your systems overcome those concerns. So what are the problems that you keep hearing in sales? By now, I've already told you, keep that pain and gain sheet. What are all the pains that you're hearing in sales? You can then see the ones that are coming up the most often, and then you just make a training exactly about that. And then you showcase how your system will overcome all those problems. And that is how you never run out of content ideas and how you can get clients who are already educated on the fact that they want to work with you because they've already seen that your system is there to get you results. And the training is so easy to get people to opt into because it can be positioned as desirable to the most amount of people possible. Because if you're talking about 3 topics, 3 common problems that people have, the chances are that pretty much any potential client for you is going to have one of those problems. Oh, and it's a bit like this one. So Wednesday is where you turn lurkers and engaged into leads. Thursday is where things get more fun. It's time to make some sales, right? So the goal on Thursday is to turn your leads into sales, of course, but also get some lurkers or audience members to convert straight from social media into paying clients. And we do this through putting out an impact offer. This is where we make it plainly clear that we are taking on customers right now. So here are 2 examples of the highest converting impact offers, and I'm going to read them out for you. Okay, this is going to be one, maybe you want to take a screenshot of this. Remember, at the end, we're going to take 3 people who can get an Instagram audit from us. You just have to tag at Lauren Tickner and at impact_school on your Instagram stories, and we'll be picking 3 people to do an Instagram audit for at the end. Okay, so let me read these out for you. So here's the impact offer, the direct example. Looking to outcome, I've helped number of avatars achieve dream goal within time, and I'm taking on only X number more who want to do the same this month. Interested? Comment or DM me info and let's chat to see if it's a fit. Now, of course, you say however many clients you physically can take on, right? So as an example, we only take on 20 clients every month. So we can easily say if we've already sold 10 clients that month that we only have 10 more spots left. Okay, for you, how many clients realistically could you actually physically take on? For most people, it's probably going to be less than 50 in a month. Like if I were to give you 50 new clients tomorrow, how would your business be? Would you be super stressed? Would you be able to serve all of them? Probably not. By the way, it's impact_school. No, we have an underscore in between impact and school. I know, kind of sucks, but some Italian random company has it and they want to try and sell it for me for like 50K. And I'm like, it's not worth 50K right now. Maybe in the future. Let's see. But anyway, so that's the first example. Okay, so type this out for yourself, put it in the chat, and if we pick you for the Instagram audit, happy to go through your impact offer too. Okay, impact offer, client example. Here's what it is. Celebrate with me. Name of your client, achieve dream goal within time. Looking to do the same ? Comment or DM me info and let's chat to see if it's a fit. I'm just going to quickly put the name of the Instagram. Okay, it's that is the Instagram of Impact School because I see some people were typing it wrong. Okay, so let's look at these in reality. So this is one of our members. She said, and they help people overcome addiction. Okay, so she did for both of the examples here. It says, looking to get in control of your addiction. I've helped over 300 clients to break free from the cycle of addiction within 8 weeks, and I'm taking on only 5 more who want to do the same this month. Interested? Comment or DM me info and let's try to see if it's a fit. And then another one, celebrate with me. Henry got through his wedding without ruining it while moderating his drinking after only 3 weeks of working with us. Looking to do the same, comment or DM me info and let's chat to see if it's fit. So Anthony actually gave Anna some coaching to kind of tweak this and make it slightly better because this copy isn't perfect. Because the advice that we gave was, you see here where it says, the template. So looking to get in control of your addiction, I've helped over 300 clients. When you say 300 clients, it's kind of unrelatable. Who is the exact type of person that you're helping? Who exactly are you serving? So it turns out that they primarily help like dads and parents. So instead it goes parents to break free from the cycle of, and then specific addiction. Okay, what's the type of addiction? We wanted to get clearer on that. And I'm taking only 5 more. Okay, so just an example there. Okay. So use this exact copy and post it every Thursday and you will soon sell more on socials. Again, when someone then comments or DM the word info, we'll go into in a bit how you can automate the process. All right. Oh, Rani's already posted it. Hell yeah. Maybe we get some clients by the end of this training. That would be fun. And again, you can post it everywhere to reach more people. So Thursday is where you turn lurkers, engaged audience members or leads into customers straight away. Then on Friday, again, the aim is to gain more credibility and reach more people. So you share your story in a way that positions you as the authority. Plus you include a sideways CTA to get people to opt into your free training. A sideways CTA is something that we came up with. It's where you just casually say, let me know if you want to see it. You'll be amazed at how many people start to message you. So you share your story and then let's say halfway through the story, you say, let's use the addiction recovery example. And my client was able to overcome his addiction through a morning routine that sets you up for success. Just let me know if you want to see the routine. Okay, you don't start putting like some heavy CTA in there. You just make it really, really casual. You'll be amazed about how many people start reaching out to you from that. Then you just give them the same freebie that you gave on Tuesday and Wednesday. Plus, it starts a ton more conversations, meaning that you have more people to close in the DM. So I want to just pause for questions from the chat because I just spoke a lot and I saw the chat going like legitimately crazy. So how cool is that though? Rani and Umair have already posted, but no, Anthony, do you guys have any questions that you think that we should cover right away? Because I know after we'll go through actually the DM sales process. I know that's what a lot of people are here for, but any specific questions that you saw that you think that we should go over? I'll let you have a quick look. I'm seeing a lot of people kind of posting about their, yeah, Claire said, is this also for free Facebook groups? I don't have much traction in my group. Perhaps I'm putting out the wrong sort of content. They are probably solution aware. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to free groups, I very rarely see people do them well. It's a very high effort thing to manage. So unless you already have a successful free group and you know them really well, there's a lot of engagement already, I wouldn't suggest this be part of the strategy. I mean, a lot of our clients, like well, I say a lot, let's just say between 20 to 30% of our clients, maybe slightly less, have free groups. And the thing is, they have an entire team managing them. So, you know, if you're just one person managing a free group, unless it's already engaged, unless it's growing at least, I mean, I would say at least 500 members a month, I wouldn't say that this is the best strategy for you. I would say focus on something that really, really can reach more people very swiftly and focus on the training that we spoke about. Okay, so Noor, shall I hand it over to you?
Yes. So we just explained how to reach people and get them into your DMs. So now we're going to talk about how to convert those leads into sales. So this is step 2 of 3, converting audience into leads, customers, and here's how we learned it. So if we go back to our story, using the organic lead tab we just went through was getting us a lot of DMs, but Lauren would reply to 2, then she would get 3 back. It was essentially impossible for her to keep up with everything. Then she saw an ad about hiring setters to help out, people who could have chats with people and turn them into clients for us. This is a very close representation of Lauren at the time. So we paid a setter company a lot of money to get us setters, and here's what happened. 3 months later, we were in absolute hell. We'd hired 3 setters at this point. One of them had got Lauren's Facebook shut down. One of them sent really rude messages to Lauren's followers, and the other basically did 0 work all day. And our sales as a result of this dropped 72%. So Lauren asked a few of her friends with very successful online businesses, why is this not working for me? And they said to her, Lauren, you have a personal brand business. Anyone who's in your DMs pretending to be you will never be up to your standards. Plus, it is a lot of pressure for them. And anyways, if you look at all the people who are telling you to use setters, they're all selling programs on how to hire a setter, right? So we essentially fired everyone, and we knew that there must be another way. So our new motto was that systems stands for save you from stress, time, energy, money, and struggle. We love systems at Impact School. You'll hear us talk about this a lot. So the most time-consuming part of the actual DM conversations, Lauren felt like she was repeating herself, saying the same thing to every single person. And she made it her mission to find out how to create a system which made sales without her spending hours in the DMs messaging. But one time we automated the entire thing so people could communicate with a bot for the entire conversation. And our sales dropped to just 10% of what we were usually making. So put this into numbers. Imagine making 300K per month and then just dropping to 30. That's what happened to us. So what we did here is we looked at all of our successful DM conversations, and we defined success here as cash collected with customers who stayed for at least 12 months. So this is not just one-off sales. And then we reverse engineered the whole process. We'd seen so much success through doing that before, we knew that we could try to do it again. And we discovered that there were 7 common things that successful DM conversations had in common. And that's how we came up with the perfect DM system, which our clients, in fact, renamed the money-making messaging method. So maybe you guys have heard of this. You'll see why shortly they gave it that name. So here is evidence of a 48k euro sale via the DMs that I made for Impact School. This is an example of one of our clients who was a career consultant. They used our method to close 30k packages in the DMs. And this is another example of a sale that came in for Impact School via the DMs, and this is for 25,000 Australian dollars. So let's take a look now at how we did this so that you guys can do this too. So I actually began sitting in a DM sales role at Impact School, which is how I was able to help Lauren reverse engineer our successful conversations into a system. So I'll explain to you guys the 7 common traits of successful DM or sales conversations so that you know exactly how to sell or set via the DMs. So the 7 common traits were that, number 1, I knew which of the problems or goals was the most important to them. Number 2, they had seen one of our 3 best client interviews. Number 3, I knew exactly what success looked like to them. Number 4, they fit into our dream client criteria. 5, they were the only decision maker, and if someone else needed help, needed to help them decide, that person was present when the close was made. Number 6, they were already trying a ton of different things to get results before we had started talking. And number 7, they wanted to get help right now. So after figuring out that there were 7 things that happened inside of every successful conversation, I wanted to turn it into something that could be done again and again. And being a systems thinker, I was able to take those 7 commonalities and build a system. So this is the perfect way to sell or set via the DMs. So perfect stands for problem, evidence, results, fit, everyone involved, commitment, and time. So let's go through this step by step. So problem, what is their main pain or goal? Evidence. We want to make sure they have seen a testimonial so that they have proof of what we do. Results, understand how it is that they define success. Fit, make sure that they're a dream client for our offering. E, everyone involved, so find out who the key decision makers are and ensure that they are present when you present your offer to them. C is commitment, so get clear on what they're already doing to solve this problem. And T, time, so find out how soon they want to get started. Every time I was in the DMs with someone or on a sales call with them, or even when I bumped into someone on the street, I would artistically tick off all of these 7 boxes before presenting my offer to them. So finally, turning conversations into sales became simple. And the best part about this is that it's not a script. I hate scripts. They can feel really inauthentic and just awkward, and people know when you use a script. Perfect is a framework, so the conversation can happen in any order. So that means you can check off any of those categories in any order. You don't have to go kind of line by line. So when you ask a question and they bring up a topic which touches on one of the other points you need to check off, you can jump to that phase of the conversation, get them to reveal the info you need, and then move on to the next. So over time, I figured out that there is a way to game the framework, saving you a lot of time and making the conversations just more effective. So Lauren and I noticed after over 2,000 sales conversations that if someone wasn't already trying to do something about their problem, they were not a buyer. So we made it our mission to find out the commitment component of perfect first. And then from there, we made sure to find out the fit. Since if they're not a dream client, then there's just no point in continuing the conversation. And then after that, you just let the conversation flow naturally. So zigzagging and having a normal chat until you tick off all those 7 boxes. We learned about open-ended conversations when Chris Voss and Lauren sat down. So open-ended conversations start with what, how, when, which, where, and open-ended conversations get your potential clients to open up. So remember, open-ended to open up. And then here's how you guys can use it today. So first, you need to note down perfect if you guys haven't already. So let's go through a very quick recap This is a good slide to screenshot as well and share. So at Lauren Tickner and at impact_school. Remember the underscore, guys. It's not impact school, _school. So perfect. So problem, what is their main pain or goal? What is their big issue? We need to find out a problem. Evidence, make sure that they have seen a testimonial. Results, understand how it is that they define success. Fit, make sure that they are a dream client for your offering. E, everyone involved, so find out who the key decision makers are and ensure that they are present when you present your offer to them. Commitment, get clear on what they're already doing to solve this problem, and then time, find out how soon they are looking to get started. Then to make perfect work, all you need to do is just make sure you are clear on who your ideal client avatar is, so that you know what a good fit really is for your business. Now, you guys will be surprised, but even most 7-figure business owners are just not clear enough on this. And then to make perfect work, you also need to make sure that you have 2 to 3 client interviews on a YouTube channel so that you can send those links in the DMs as evidence. Use the organic lead tap we discussed in point 1 to get more leads into your DMs and have more conversations using the perfect framework. And then you just need to use the perfect framework every single time that you speak to prospects. There are 2 final things that you can do to make this process smoother. But before we go to that, let's pause and see if there are any questions in the chat.
Some more. Yeah, so one of the things what was interesting is that a few people were saying that they're making offers to clients that aren't ready yet. And we see this all the time, don't we? I mean, Anthony, how often do you see this where I even, a brand new client I saw, he was just blasting people as soon as they followed him. He'd say he had a VA that he had hired from some program that he'd done. And the program told him that he should have a VA. Anyone that follows you, send a message saying, hey, thanks for following me. You should buy this like $37 ebook to help you. He helps people improve their golf skills. And I was I just remember like, oh man, okay, we have some work here to do. But hey, that is just an opportunity to get better. And imagine what you can do right now if you're already making these mistakes. Imagine where we can get your business to if you make these small tweaks, even just these small tweaks. The difference that it will make in your business is absolutely huge. So when it comes to the questions, there weren't actually too many questions. So if anybody does have questions, please do pop them in the chat. I see one here. Claire says, so do we just warm them up until they are most aware? And the answer is not that you need to warm them up. You just simply ask them open-ended questions to get them to open up to you. So you're not trying to convert people into most aware. Absolutely not. You'll even find that some people who are, out of those 4 stages of awareness that we focus on, they can be any of those stages of awareness, right? Whether they're top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, or the bottom of the funnel, it doesn't really matter. It just comes down to you ensuring that you qualify them using perfect. And of course, in order to do so, you need to know your ideal client avatar profile so that you can only make offers to people who are qualified and who tick off all the boxes. So you're not there to warm them up. You're there to actually just ask them questions and then to tick off the boxes. And if they tick off all the boxes, that's when you can make the offer. Okay. Anthony, I think I'll ask this one to you actually, because I know a lot of our clients have the partner objection, right? So the question from Tara is, what if the partner doesn't like the offer as they don't understand the importance of their other partner? That one's pretty intense. I mean, Anthony, Nora, if either of you guys want to go, but that's an intense one. So
yeah, and Claire added to that saying, I have the spouse objections a lot. The mums often message me later and say that their husband said no. This is not uncommon. I've had this quite a lot during enrollment interviews, and I think ultimately there are a couple of different kind of scenarios here. From what you guys have said here, it sounds like the financial decision maker in that situation is the husband, because that's like the hard no. So if that is the situation, then that is the person that you need to be showing the value of this to, because ultimately they're the one that, if they don't see the value, they're not just gonna hand over their credit card. So it's really, really important when you're having those conversations to include the partner, the spouse. And I think that's something that a lot of people shy away from, because it's more nerve-wracking to be speaking to 2 people than it is to be speaking to 1 person. but ultimately you won't be able to show that value and to get that person over the line if you don't speak to both of them. So I'd strongly encourage you to find that out early on, because then you just have to go back and repeat yourself. And you've already demonstrated value to one person, and the answer is, oh, I have to go speak to my husband because he makes the financial decisions. And it's like, okay, but now you have to go back to square one and show the value to the husband. So you're just doing more work in the long run. So find that out earlier and then get both of them. I've created three-way chats. When we've done this in the DMs, like we've gotten business partners, spouses on the phone when we're doing enrollment interviews, because even if the finances are there, it won't work if one of them isn't convinced. So like that buy-in on a like how committed, how invested they are isn't going to work if one person is kind of whispering negative things into the other person's ear. So that's really, really important for us. But Anthony, I don't know if you had anything from what you've seen on the client-facing side of things.
Yeah, I'm in agreement 100%. And what we do with a lot of the businesses we work with is we audit their sales process leading up to the call. What does it look like to get both individuals on the call? What are you doing in terms of your content to educate your market on why you need to be able to make decisions? And if multiple parties are involved, how to get them involved in the conversation. Like a lot of it starts before the sales call. All of it can be handled before the sales call, as much as possible. And yeah, maybe it's not 100% every single time you can get it that way, but you can do a lot to educate your market to where they come into the process ready. And like Nora's saying, you're able to save a lot of that time. You don't have to repeat yourself, and you're letting them know how to be a good client of yours, to come prepared for you, and it works for both parties. Everyone wants to work with their best clients, so that's what we want for you too.
Yeah. And just FYI, guys, this works, what Nor just went through, to either get people onto a sales call, or if you want to go ahead and close in the DMs. The reason why Anthony says sales call here is because if you have a spouse objection or a partner objection, it's really difficult to do that in the DMs. You can, it has been done, we've all done it. However, unless you're really sophisticated at closing through the DMs, the easiest thing is just to get them all onto a sales call and do that right there. And so it just depends, like, is it the fact that their partner is the financial decision maker? If so, absolutely need to do this. And if not, and let's just say you haven't, and you failed to qualify them prior to the call, you didn't use perfect, and you're on that call right there, and they give you that objection, you can just ask them, okay, so if your partner was here, what would they say? And then you can see if they give their power away or they take their power back. Because if they take their power back, then you know that you can go in and actually make the close. And if you don't say that, and sorry, if they then start saying like, yeah, well, my partner would say like, we need to think about it and we need to talk about it, you need to get off that call. You need to get on a double call, okay? Just FYI, because a three-way call, because otherwise it's just going to go nowhere. You'll just waste your time, okay? So here's now the third part: amplifying and automating social media sales system. So who is ready to automate? Type automate into the chat. Let's get this momentum back going, and let's move swiftly on with this training here today. So let's go. Okay, so after getting a lot of leads in my DMs with what we've shared, we wanted to convert more of them into high-paying clients. I mean, who doesn't want more high-paying clients? But the problem was, it still took a lot of time to have one-on-one conversations with everyone. So we made a decision to only follow up with the hottest leads, the one who checked up at least 50% of the perfect boxes without us needing to chase them. And we put the hottest leads onto a hit list. And for those people, we add additional value to them in order to follow up, saving us hours and hours each week. But we didn't want to lose out on the other 50% just because they weren't engaging back with us. So how many times have you really wanted to join a program, a course, or work with someone, but you forget to reply to them because you've been so busy? I mean, I've done that myself before. So if you've done that, then type me into the chat. Because then instead of, sending annoying messages that would just get ignored, like just following up or quick question, oh my gosh, that makes me crazy. Jacob says guilty with you. Okay, there we go, Jacob. My team will certainly be following up with you now. Mariana, just kidding. Well, kind of not really. We took an inbound first approach, using a strategy where they'd be pulled back towards us. And I actually did it so successfully that the primary tool that I was using back then, they reached out to me to ask how I was doing it so that they could share it with their audience. You can see here, Lauren Tickner generated over 180K in revenue with ManyChat. They could see inside of my system. They saw that those numbers were real. And it worked so well that we were never tempted to use appointment setters again. And I actually enjoyed having true conversations with super high quality leads in like 10 to 15 minutes a day. And that resulted in at least 2 to 3 new sales for my business each week. So here's how I use it for my business. So what was this magical inbound strategy that I speak of? Well, in order for me to explain it to you, let me first give you some really important context, okay? So through mine and Noor's DM analysis, where we came up with perfect, we realized that there are always 3 types of people in the DMs. This is the same for us, same for you, same for everybody, okay? The first type of people are those that are eager to chat to someone and get personalized support, right? Who here, when making a buying decision, wants to speak to someone? Okay, type the number 1 if you like to speak to a human before you actually go ahead and buy something. Okay, there's a lot of people here who like talking to somebody. There's a second type of person who wants to be left alone and find things for themselves. Noor is number 2. I'm number 1. Okay, and then the third type of people, they're just not a lead, right? They don't tick off the boxes of perfect. And then to make the most sales possible and thus truly serve people, you cannot treat all 3 groups the same. And that's the reason why the social media sales system works so well. It's because we segment between 1, people that don't know who we are, 2, the lurking audience, and 3, the leads and the engaged audience. So to be successful in sales, we need to do the same. We've seen this to be true across all the coaching businesses that we've served. So here's how we cater to 3 different types of people in the DMs. Okay, number 1, for the people that are eager to chat to someone and get personalized support, once the person replies, it notifies us so that we can reply to them. So for example, let's just say we get somebody to DM us the word info. All right, that person most likely isn't just gonna go ahead and click the buttons. They'll probably send us a message. Instead of us ignoring the message and just letting them have the bot, we actually get notified so that then a human can go in and send a reply. Okay, for the group of people that want to be left alone and find things for themselves, we just invite them to a free training so that they can get all the information, just like on this training here. And then those that aren't a lead, the time wasters, we just disqualify them using automation and make sure that they don't land in our lead tracking system, my scale systems. Now, for the first group, the ones that want to speak to someone, you learn how to do that with perfect. And we use an automation, again, so that when they reply, that comes straight to us. For the second group, the ones that want to be left alone, the automation invites them to view a training which does a lot of the heavy lifting, and it's designed to trigger intent. Intent is how much they want to work with you. Because if you try to sell to people that aren't ready to buy, it's off-putting and they won't come back for more from you because they'll already be like, oh, well, this person's just trying to sell me something. So if you don't make an offer to those that are ready to buy, though, they're going to go elsewhere and you'll miss out on revenue. So you build the training once and leverage it to sell it many times over, meaning that you only need to pitch one time, which is in the training, and then it brings you sales again and again. And then you can leverage that to actually close in the DMs. And then for the third group of people, those who aren't good customers for us, we disqualify them and make sure we don't sell to them or even let them into our system, all with automation. So here's how you can use it today. Now, I could get super tactical on automation and AI here, but the truth that most people don't want you to know is that it doesn't need to, and it shouldn't be super complicated. The more complex it is, the more cool that you may seem, but it's more likely to break and leak out money. So the question is, please answer me. Would you rather be rich or would you rather be cool? Type it into the chat. Now, I can see Tara says rich. And that's why we prefer to keep everything in one place on one software and keep it stupidly simple. KISS, okay? Keep it stupid simple. So I'll show you how to save time through automating the main 2 things in a way that even our 70-year-old clients can understand. So the 2 key automations are number 1, getting leads, number 2, converting leads. Most people here want to be rich. So first, let's talk about getting leads. This is the automation flow that we build for our clients. You can kind of take a brief look. Let's look at it in depth. Quick FYI, this is really easy when you don't tie together a bunch of different softwares. We just use one tool that does it all called MyScale System. So in a moment, I'll share with you how you can get access to MyScale Systems for free. And a trigger, okay, we'll talk about automations and stuff in a sec, but like a trigger, just so you know, is something that starts an automation. So when someone messages you one of those magic words or takes a specific action like clicking a link in an email, the automation kicks off. And yes, this is our version, and Claire will talk about it in a bit. Now, then from there, you want an automated follow-up sequence that kickstarts the conversation. For example, for those that sign up to this live training by messaging me on Instagram, you send an Instagram message to me saying live, and then you received an automated response with the link to sign up. So we just, spend 5 minutes setting that automation up one time. It was really, really simple. We sent a handful of automated follow-ups to make sure that those who messaged actually signed up. Then all we needed to do is use the organic lead tab, which you saw in part 1, to get more people to send a message with the word live. And by the way, you're going to want to stick around because we're about to get into the really, really good stuff. So this week, we just spent 35 minutes or so making content. And I was actually on a cruise from Tenerife to Brazil, and then another cruise around the Mediterranean for more than half of December and January so far. So I didn't really do much other than speak to my clients and post on business media, social media, because, the automations were set up so I didn't have to. And within the automation, some people started replying to the bot, which then notified a member of the Impact School team, again, all automated. So our team member could reply to cover questions. For example, anytime someone submits an application or sends the word info, we know that those people are the hottest. But then there are also people in the DMs who take many actions and who are in our dream client countries, indicating that they have intent. So those people are also pushed to a member of our team, all using MyScale systems and automation, saving us from needing to spend hours in the day in the DMs. So then if the lead is unqualified, the automations filters them out too, saving you and your team and, spending time on time wasters, right? Just saves you time, right? So it's really, really simple. The automation knows that if someone says a specific word, it should send a pre-written message that we've typed out. We don't automate the whole convo. As soon as someone sends us a reply, we jump in because they may be a good potential client, and then we use Perfect to qualify them. And if they aren't responding, we send them to the training that we spoke about earlier. So instead of manually following up with them every day, you simply place them into your nurture sequence where you can provide additional value over time. We believe in value-based follow-up. This is done via automated emails, text, and valuable resources being sent to them. Mary, you were on the same cruise as me. That's so weird. Such as sending them YouTube videos that you upload, sending case studies of successful clients, sending access to live trainings like this one, and additional resources that will help them succeed. But the highest converting is the intent trigger training that we spoke about earlier. Once you've got your intent trigger training created, you don't even need to show up to deliver it live. You can automate that too. So it plays as soon as people input their name and email to sign up for it. And so when it's done right, you build it once, you write the emails that people get when they sign up, and it sells clients for you again and again without you needing to get on a sales call or have a DM conversation at all. So funny. So many people know people that were on that cruise, and I was speaking there, so that's pretty weird. Anyway, I digress. So this then allows you to automatically move prospects from unknown all the way to ready to buy, which brings in consistent revenue for your coaching business without being salesy or forcing you to spend hours per day doing things that you don't like. And we just shared a lot, so let's recap, okay? You now know the social media posting schedule to attract dream clients who are going to convert into leads and sales for your business. We showed you how to convert those people using the Perfect framework and an intent trigger training. And then we also showed you how to amplify the process. And it can be really simple. And that's how you turn people from not knowing who you are to lurking to becoming engaged to a lead, or even taking the fast track to get them to work with you sooner. And I want to know, did you get value? I would actually like to know in the chat, well, did you get value from this? If you got value from this, let us know what the main thing that you got from this training. And what was the number one thing that you took away? Just type it into the chat, because while I just take a sip of water, I'd be pretty interested to see what you actually went ahead and learned. So let me just grab a sip. Jacob said, really like the Perfect framework, automation, perfect, profiling, fit, pain and gains, the entire system, the beginning posting process schedule. Very cool. Okay, keep typing those in. Tell me what you loved. I would love to know exactly what it is that you loved, because hey, then I know that I can do more. Me and my team can do more trainings just like that. So with that said, this proven process is the same one that Marianne used to grow her coaching business to 100K plus per month. And right now you've got a choice to make. You can take what you've learned today and go at it alone, or you can choose to model a proven process and have us help install it with you. Just like Rory did. You can see actually he said, joined about 2 weeks ago, sold 5 people into my 5 to 6K program, only 5 spots to go, then I made 50K. By the way, we did an interview a couple weeks later. He did make more than 50K in the end. Huge ROI from just month one. That's what he said. And just like Laura did, you can see she actually made just 1 post and she received 18 inquiries and she onboarded 4 new clients, all of which signed up in 4 days using this exact same system. And Paul, you can see here, Paul's sales conversations have 10x, all using the same process that you learned here today. Now, every single month, Impact School enrolls just 20 clients to work closely with and install our offer scaling system into their business. And we want to showcase how you can become one of them. So would it be okay if I take a few minutes to share exactly how we did it? how we work with clients to build them systems to generate 20K, 50K, and even 100K profit per month in their business. Does that sound good? If so, type yes into the chat so that I can see if people are actually interested. I see Tara says yes, Rani says yes, Jules, Tony, Claire, Gabrielle. Gabriel says yes. Blair, okay, Craig. Okay, so with that said, here's exactly how it works. So Impact School installs a 5-step offer scaling system in your business with bespoke and hands-on support while working towards scaling your coaching offers to 20K, 50K, or even 100K in profit per month. Now, here's the 5-step offer scaling system. So step 0 is a one-on-one interview. Having coached more than 500 to scale, we know that every business is unique. You're unique, your clients are unique. And so while we have the systems that work and are proven to scale, the way we apply them varies from business to business. There are 0 cookie cutter approaches around here. That's why we start every interaction with a one-on-one interview to make sure that this is a 100% fit on both sides. So step 1 is a deep dive business audit. From there, we make sure that your next 30, 60, and 90 days are aligned with your lifestyle and business goals. You tell us about everything that you're doing right now, all of your assets, ideas, case studies, volume of leads, sales, lifestyle, and company goals, allowing us to extract the gold that exists within you, plus uncover hidden revenue opportunities. So within your first few days of joining, you'll have your one-on-one strategic direction call with Anthony over here, and where we'll guide you through what to do right now, specific and personalized to your business audit, right? How to get one-on-one support and a week-by-week roadmap tailored specifically to you so you know how your next 30, 60, and 90 days look based upon what you told us in the business audit. And then we start installing the systems to get momentum right away. Step 2 is pricing, packaging, and positioning. So whether you already have an offer that hits, whether you already have an offer that gets results or you're struggling to find something that hits, if your revenue is stuck, or if your social media isn't converting, or if the thought of 20 new clients right now sounds stressful due to all of the additional work, our program in the box system will solve all client capacity and objection related problems for you. It's our fill in the blank offer and program creation and delivery system, which removes the guesswork on how to deliver a world-class online offer. I saw a bunch of people earlier saying that they were struggling to create an offer, struggling to know exactly how to deliver a program that delivers enough value to sell it consistently and to sell it with confidence. Now, Nick was just 2.5 weeks into Impact School when he shared that he recorded his biggest month in sales ever between Christmas and New Year's Eve, 35K. And he says, thanks to opening my eyes to what's possible. That is thanks to the program in the books. So like Nick will take your existing case studies, your client results, your knowledge, experience, and offers and assets that you told us about in your business audit, and we will craft an offer that attracts inbound leads to you using organic social media. An offer that's appealing to your prospects without crazy guarantees or long drawn out payment plans. I mean, who here has to offer a payment plan or make a bespoke deal just to close a client? If that's you, type me. And an offer that provides you with the cash flow and take-home profits that you desire from your business. So then we install the program in a box system to ensure that you have an offer so good they can't say no that's actually realistic and enjoyable to deliver. Okay. Confidence to sell more without fearing the dreaded workload that more clients create for you. Optimize pricing. Someone was asking earlier for pricing. Optimize pricing and delivery so you get your clients incredible results without having to deliver everything one-on-one. The program in a box ensures what you sell doesn't require more of you to get clients results. And we'll also ensure that you have clarity on what to do with your clients week by week so you know the value you're delivering is worthy of premium prices. Now, depending on your offers right now, this part can be as quick as done on day 1, or it can take up to a month to flesh out if you're stuck, all with hands-on support and guidance from us while simultaneously working on step 3. This is what a lot of people here are after from what I'm seeing. So there are 4 parts to the social media sales system, okay? So step 3 is the social media sales system. There are 4 parts. So step 1 is the lead tab. Now we have dissected the 50,000 plus posts that we've shared online and gathered our top performers that turn into leads and clients. Just fill in the blanks and hit publish, kind of like the ones that you saw earlier, but in a lot more depth. So we'll collaborate with you on your content every single week to make sure it'll reach the right people that turn into leads and sales for your offers. So you just follow this process instead of what you're doing on social media right now, and you'll bring in an influx of interest and leads. And the best part, we've made it super simple for you. It takes maximum 60 minutes a week. So you can see here, Rachel said, I implemented it. Boom, instant comments and DMs came from all my social media channels. It was priceless. Okay. Now, step 2 of the social media sales system is the money-making messaging method. Noor kind of broke down a snippet of this earlier to you. But with that said, you will get the automated DM system that turns DMs into leads. We've already set it all up for you. More on that later, though. You'll never rely on social media alone, since we'll give you the exact and proven process to turn your social media engagement into email list leads. We spoke about that earlier, how important that is. This ensures that you are never at risk of the algorithms, and straggling leads will be pushed over the edge with the perfect DMing money-making messaging method script, framework. We say script here just for ease, but you understand that it's a framework by now, which will show you how to semi-automate too with just a few keyboard shortcuts. In fact, a lot of Impact School clients close 2.5, 15K, and even 50K plus coaching offers in the DMs using the money-making messaging method. And here's how the social media sales system works in reality. So Laura, she made one post, 18 inquiries, and she got 4 new clients just from one post. Now, step 3 of the social media sales system is the webinar profit system. So once you've got all your content down, you'll install the webinar profit system to bring in a huge influx of applications and fill your pipeline with fresh new leads. Plus the automations you get pre-built into our software that you get access to. It puts the process on autopilot, kind of like what we're doing right now, right? We got 700 fresh new leads just from this one training that we started promoting a few days ago. Now, you don't need to pay a webinar consultant or agency to build webinars, funnels, or run ads for you. We have perfected the process of a high converting webinar over the last 6 years after running thousands of webinars for us and our clients all around the world, like literally in Finland. Marianne, you saw earlier, is in Finland. Rory's in Australia. We have clients who are in South America, such as Colombia, Argentina. We have clients all around Europe, USA, Canada, even parts of Asia, Singapore, everywhere. Like, doesn't even matter where you are in the world. Doesn't matter what industry, niche you're in, all different sorts. So from getting people to show up, to turning them into leads and sales, you get the entire thing. The pre-built webinar profit funnel with all the automations already configured, webinar profit emails, webinar profit slides, and everything in between. And when it comes down to the next step, with leads flowing, it's now time to turn them into customers with step 4. Now, step 4 is consistently convert sales. This is also the 4th part of the social media sales system. You can see Jake said he's done a lot of sales frameworks with some of the best known sales experts. And I've got to say the Impact School framework is by far my favorite. Okay, so word by word, you'll know exactly what to say to turn interest into paying clients and to turn applications into paid in full. Just imagine how things would change for you if you knew, okay, I've got a partner objection. I know exactly what to do and I know exactly what to say. Okay, this lead is like trying to tell me all these excuses, but I know they really want it. Like, imagine knowing exactly what to say word by word. Now, the focus of the offer scaling system is on aligning your whole sales system so that objections are pre-handled, leads are qualified, and sales is through attraction rather than requiring you to chase. Okay, your leads will stop ghosting you. You'll know exactly how to follow up with them in a time-efficient and non-spammy way, and your overall customer experience will be positive for both you and your prospects, working smoothly to build a business that you love to run. The goal is maximizing your output of the business while minimizing the input from you, moving prospects along the buying journey while highlighting your ability to help them achieve their goals without you having to spend hours on sales calls or in the DMs chatting forever. And yes, we will absolutely review your DMs, sales calls, webinars to make sure you're sticking to our script and continuously getting better. And with the entire social media sales system built out, we want to maximize your results with step 5. And just a quick side note from Jake, he said, it's simple for me. I could spend the next 20 years trying to work it out for myself with no guarantee of success, or I could invest now and start applying what's proven to work to get results ASAP. It's a time banking investment more than anything. His words, not mine. Okay. So then step 5 is economic optimization. The goal is now to maximize your take-home profits while allowing you to run a business that gives you the freedom that you want. Who here wants freedom? Type freedom into the chat. I mean, that's why I got into business. I'll type freedom into the chat because I can get behind that. So this takes energy and effort, by the way. So over time, we focus on incrementally improving each area of your business over the remaining weeks and months. Scale, okay? You'll see why scale is an acronym, SCALE. This is what we do in economic optimization. So SCALE. I'll just show you so that you can see that real quick, and now I'll go back. Okay, so sales. You'll have predictable, consistent, and easy to close sales, and we'll review your DM conversations, webinars, and even calls to help you sell more. Okay, over time, what we do is we make sure that your client results get better. We will be here to support you in hiring client success support, to retain your clients for longer, or to launch new offers to help you replace yourself and scale. Authority, we bring in experts that will help you expand your reach, and we facilitate connecting with other members and in-person events to help you grow your network. Leads, you'll never run out of leads since we'll review, diagnose, critique, and improve your copy, content funnels, webinars, and everything in between. We'll help you convert leads who aren't buying into clients with organic and paid re-engagement campaigns. And economics, you'll have a business that leaves a load of profits in your bank every single month without you having to sell your one-on-one time, like 20 50, even 100K in new cash in the bank that you get to keep month on month. Since we'll continuously strategize to ensure your team offers marketing and sales support you in running a profitable business that you love. Plus, for the 20 members this month only, as a bonus, not only will you get in before we start charging full price for this offer that we're about to share in a minute, you will also get the multi-million-dollar funnels and templates we use right now to get leads and turn those leads into clients. You'll also get the same marketing automations that we use today with the exact email and social media copy built in, ready for you to use right away. And you'll also get the high converting DM and phone sales scripts frameworks that turn leads into sales, pre-built into a ready-to-use software that you get to use and deploy without paying $1 in monthly fees while you're working with us. It's the exact same software that we run to use our entire coaching business. Again, you won't have to pay the $99 per week or $3,999 per year. So if you want Impact School to install the entire system and support you in building your business to 20, 30, even 50K in profit per month, click the button that is now on the screen and complete the short application. Okay, so I just put the button on the screen right there. Just click the button on the screen right now and complete the short application. Now, as a member, our focus is to help you install a system that consistently takes clients from left to right, and even get 10 to 20% of prospects to take the fast track so you can bring in cash sooner, which is what we do all day, empowering coaching businesses to get the clients that they deserve. Now, we ensure that the offers you're selling are sellable and scalable on social media, but because we only take on 20 new clients per month, we cannot help everyone. So whether it will or won't work is less about your niche or location in the world. It's more about the characteristics that you have. So Impact School is not for you if you don't have an area of true expertise or experience. Impact School is not for you if you're not willing to be the face of the business. Impact School is not for you if you want to sell something that's not coaching, info, courses, membership, or consulting, okay? So if it's like e-com or an in-person business, it's not going to be a good fit. And Impact School is not for you if you don't want to target premium clients. And if you want your entire business handed to you, done for you, this is not a fit, okay? Now, we've proven these systems with over 500 coaching, course, membership, and info product businesses to date, generating millions for our clients. I mean, an Impact School is a perfect fit for you if you're confident in the value that you deliver, therefore you're willing to command premium prices and serve high-end clients. If you're confident in the value you deliver, type value into the chat, okay? Impact School is perfect for you if you offer coaching, info, courses, memberships, or consulting, or something similar to that already, and you're serious about scaling it to 20K, 50K, or even 100K in profit per month. I am not guaranteeing that you'll get there, but this needs to be your goal, okay? Impact School is perfect for you if you have experience with social media. Again, not saying that you need to be an influencer, but you need to be eager to build your personal brand and follow what we advise so that we can be sure that it'll work. If you get 3 likes per post right now, this is not the round for you because of the special thing that we're about to tell you about. And also, Impact School is good for you. You know, if you're entrepreneurial by nature and 100% unemployable, you'll vibe with the rest of us, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and hard pitch you on joining. Instead, we want to offer you personal advice and support on how Impact School's offer scaling system could make your business way more profitable, get you better leads, and get your time back, okay? We want to offer you a free personalized coaching video to give you complete clarity on how Impact School could allow your coaching business to have huge success, just like mine has, without paid ads, without appointment setters, and without spending hours every week creating content. But because we get a lot of funnel hackers, we only send a one-on-one personalized video to those that we know we can help. So go ahead and click the button to fill out the application. Go into as much detail as you can, because with the info that you put in your application, it gives us the ability to give you better personalized advice. And we'll have clarity on which of our offers may be best for you right now. Now, in case you're wondering about the investment, what we're offering this week is less than what a quality VA works out to be each month. And I'll explain why we've made it so accessible in a moment, despite our competitors in this market charging $22K and up for this kind of offering. But of course, you have to remember that we don't spend thousands each month on running paid ads thanks to using this system ourselves to get our own clients. So our costs are significantly lower than our competitors. Plus, Of course, when it comes down to what we've shown you, we've already shown you how the automations that you get with our systems mean a lot of VA tasks are no longer needed, saving you the cost of paying that salary each month anyway. And many of the tools that you're using right now to run your online business will no longer be necessary, like calendars, funnels, DM automations, and much more is included in My Scale Systems, which you're getting as a free bonus if you apply right now, which saves you hundreds of dollars every month on top of all the additional revenue the system brings in. So if you want personal coaching from us and to find out the full details, click the button that is now on the right-hand side of the screen and apply now. Now, what's going to happen is you'll complete the short application on the next page, and the Impact School team will then review your application in the next 24 hours. If you're approved, you'll get a personal coaching video and another video breaking down exactly how the process works and how we'll help you install the social media sales system into your business. And if you made it to this point, we are confident in what you can achieve, and that Impact School systems and support can get you there. So submit your application. Now, before we get into some live coaching, while you're filling out your application, or if you're, not sure if you should apply just yet, Nor, I was thinking maybe we could take some questions from the chat. I saw some people asking questions about Impact School.
Yeah, so let's do questions from the chat, and then we also want to go through the most frequently asked questions that we get. We get these, via the DMs or even on calls as well. So I want to go through these with you guys. So let's start with this one. So the first one is, how exactly does it work?
Yeah, so we'll explain how it works for you specifically in the personalized video that we send you. But every business owner that we work with goes through the 5 steps we outlined earlier, which is our offer scaling system. So it starts with a one-on-one interview. Okay, so if you hit the apply button right now, right after that, once your application has been approved, you'll get on a one-on-one interview. That's with you, Nor. From there, you complete your business audit, and then you go through the business audit on a strategic direction call. That's with Anthony. And then from there, you move into pricing, packaging, and positioning with the program in a box to ensure that you can command premium prices. From there, we install the social media sales system. And then by then, once that's working, once it's consistent, then we move into economic optimization to ensure that it continues working over time and you get your time and freedom back through running a coaching business that you love.
Awesome. So I saw this question come in earlier and I noted it down. Someone said, you haven't worked with someone from my industry before. Can you still get me results? Anthony, I'll go to you because I feel like you'll have an interesting answer to this one.
Yeah. The short answer is that we don't completely know until we see your application. That's why we have the application, right? Your business is unique, your clients are unique, you're unique, and we don't do cookie cutter solutions. So we care about each individual client, and we would not want to disrespect you by saying, yes, we've worked with X, Y, and Z. We have to look at custom-wise, what you've experienced, who you work with, and everything like that. So, you want info about what we have. We don't have info about you. And so without us getting that info on you, everybody's sort of stuck, and we want to have that communication, be able to understand where you're currently at and who you help.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony. Okay, next one. Lauren, how long will it take to see results?
Yeah, no, great question. I also just wanted to say respect to Tara because she's already submitted her application, and I just loved how engaged Tara was throughout this whole training here today, the scaling class. And I just think that people who show up, who actually ask questions, who move quickly, it's just incredible and a very positive sign to us about the level of quality communication that you have, Tara. So yeah, just respect for you. And anyway, I'll answer the question. So to answer the question, how long does it take to see results? So our hope is that you've gained some clarity from this training already. Now imagine getting everything that we went through here tailored to your business in a way that ensures that it will work. Most of our members see results, like more leads and sales, within the first 3 weeks because of how you'll go through Impact School. But when it comes down to clarity and structure, you can expect that within the first few days with us, especially after you've got off your strategic direction call with Anthony. Everyone's always singing his praises right after that session. So that's how I'd answer that. But next one from the chat, shall we go to that now?
Yeah, cool. So this one I saw pop up a few times. Anthony, I'll get you to answer this. What is the guarantee?
That's a good question. There are 2 things in life that are guaranteed that we know. We tell clients about this all the time: death and taxes. And you've probably had it, for those of you with clients, you probably had clients who join who just don't show up, right? And so because we haven't worked together before, there aren't guarantees since we don't know you yet. However, if you guarantee to yourself that you'll commit and follow through, all right, and if your application is approved, we don't see why this wouldn't work. Plus, we can definitely say that we'll work with you for up to 6 months to make sure you're super supported in scaling the offers that you want to grow. And so that's what we focus more on is how we're working with you and ensuring that you continue to push forward in your business.
Yeah, so true. Thank you, Anthony. Lauren, next one is, how much support do I get as a client?
Yeah, so I like this example from Rory here, one of our members. He said, if all I did for the rest of the year was attend these calls, it would be worth it. So when it comes down to the support, here's just another example. Actually, I was in our community and I was just doing a detailed feedback because we obviously give our clients a sales letter that they can use to make sales. But she had written her sales letter and it just wasn't where I thought that it needed to be. So I sent her like an 8-minute feedback here and I started rewriting the copy for her. But anyway, so when it comes down to the support that you get, step by step, you're going to get a day by day and week by week scaling path to follow. Okay. And it's not like you just have to like log into an online portal and follow that path. Anthony is actually going to be personally guiding you along that path, as well as other members from our team. So there's a step-by-step path, there's weekly support calls and daily support in the community. And when you apply this week only, you'll also have a monthly one-on-one call with, it will actually be with Anthony or another coach from Impact School. That's a 2.4K per year value. So there's a lot of support, but what you don't see here is like all of the systems that have already been pre-built that we've been, chipping away at over the last 5 to 7 years. So that would be my answer there. So
thank you. Okay, so I've got another one for Anthony here. I have a small following. Will this work for me?
Yes. Actually, so the main thing is that you have experience with social media. Okay. You don't need to be an influencer. You don't need to have the massive following, but you do need to be eager to build your personal brand and follow what we advise so that we can be sure it'll work. So, the main thing is, if you're getting 3 likes per post right now, maybe it's not the best thing for you, but we're not looking for people that you have to have, a million followers, whatever that is. You have to be willing to grow and willing to put yourself out there.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. This is one of my favorite questions. So Lauren, if you can answer this one for me, please. I'm already working with another coach or in another program or mastermind. Should I still apply?
Yeah, so if you were getting everything out of the current thing that you're doing, would you be on this training here right now trying to still figure out how this works? That's a simple answer. If your current program was doing everything that it needed to, you would not be piecing things together for yourself. Instead, you should apply to work with Impact School, and in your application, share why it's not fully giving you everything that you need. And our expert coaches like Anthony will work with you to make sure that you don't lose money on what you've already been trying to do. Okay, because we'll look at the other stuff that you're doing, what you're trying to do right now, what you've already invested in. And because we look at the entire business, not just like one small little tactical area, like a lot of coaching programs or coaches or masterminds do. And we'll make sure that we piece it together in a way that's going to allow you to build a profitable business that you love. Okay, so here's an example. Raul says that he's been in many masterminds. He's also still in 2. And he says, I want to congratulate the Impact School team for building something refreshing, challenging, and valuable. I consider being a part of this a huge win to start with. Yeah. So next one from the chat, Nor?
Yes. How much time do I have to commit to this, Anthony? I feel like you're the best to answer this one.
Yeah, I can answer that. Okay, so you'll have a strategic monthly one-to-one session and a weekly group session. Okay, and so we have times broken up to be able to accommodate, because we have a very global audience, global client base, so we do our best to accommodate all parts of the world. Okay, that's only real additional time that you'll be spending, but we're also giving you all of these pre-built templates and tools you provide to help conserve your time, really. So if you're not able to dedicate 2 to 4 hours to your business per day, at least 3 days per week, including what you're already doing, then this is not going to work. All right. Our goal is to swap out what you're doing right now for more effective things. That's a big thing. Just because if you're doing things that are taking up a lot of time or you're doing things the wrong way, of course we want to alleviate that from you. But scaling a business and like what we're talking about is like real scaling. All right, that takes effort and dedication. So we know how it works, and we want you to commit to that time. That's going to help you to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. So if
Uh,
you're planning to scale your business with or without us, now would be time to ask yourself, are you truly dedicated to this? What time are you willing to put into that?
yeah. Sorry to almost talk over you there, Anthony. I didn't mean to. But I was just going to say one real quick thing, because our goal isn't to make you like watch a ton of videos. I mean, I've seen some programs and courses where they like sit and have you watch, and they even promote on their sales page like 10 hours plus of training. Like, oh my dear goodness me, our clients do not have time for that. Our clients are busy. They're trying to both serve clients right now while get new clients at the same time. And like maybe they've got other things going on, like even other businesses or like a family, obviously. And like maybe they're into health and fitness and training and all this stuff. And so there's a lot going on. So we've done the heavy lifting, a lot of the heavy lifting. And so, you know, it's not really about like how much time do you have to dedicate to this. It's like, how many hours are you spending working right now? A lot of clients, when they come to us, are spending like 10 hours a day on their business. We got into business for freedom and to make an impact and to change clients' lives. And like, I don't believe that that's like necessarily setting a very, very good example. So the aim is, how can we minimize the time that you're spending working, replace that time that you're putting in now with systems, and allow you to spend your energy focusing on the content that you love. And this kind of brings us on, I guess, another question that says, I don't sell anything yet. Should I still apply? And if you don't have any real expertise, Impact School is not a good fit for you, right? However, if you've been successful in the real world, but you're not yet doing it online, or you have an audience, but you're just not selling anything yet, we can likely help you. But again, if you don't know, and if you aren't sure, if you're not selling anything, if you don't offer anything right now, and you just don't know should you apply or not, the best thing to do is just apply, because all we're going to do if we decline you is send you some free resources to help you get to where you want to be. So either way, you win. So if we, again, we're experts at helping you package and sell your knowledge, right? And as long as you're good at what you do and you're coachable, we can most likely help you. So next one.
Yeah, let's go to another one from the chat earlier. Do we have to use organic? What about ads or cold outbound? Anthony, if you want to take that one.
Yeah, it's actually specifically designed to use organic social media to get coaching clients. All right. So that's our main focus. After we go through that section, we go through that phase, then we move to installing your webinar profit system once your offer is already profitable. Okay. But again, we're doing all this through organic first. And then we may use some paid ads at a certain point to get you leads within budget if that's something that makes sense for you. But we've had plenty of clients come and just only use organic, and that's what's worked for them. Okay, so it depends on the level that you're at and your organic reach. We don't use cold outbound since it's very expensive and time consuming. Expensive meaning it takes, it's a cost to your time, right? And time is money, right? And so we definitely don't want people having to have to waste so much time doing that. So there's no point doing that when there are better ways, which is organic.
Mm-hmm. No, is it cool if I go to this one? Do I need to pay for any other softwares? So yeah, we're giving you a software that's usually $3,999 per year, so like around about $4,000. We're giving it without you having to pay the annual fee as an Impact School member, and and you get it while you're a member inside of our program. So it includes, as well as much more, DM, email, SMS automation. You can host your email list. You can send emails, automate emails, so that like if somebody clicks on a link in an email, it sends them another email, things like that. Calendars, call booking with application, pipeline for your leads and sales process, and even automated follow-up on your leads. So no, you'll save a lot of money that you spend right now on softwares when you work with us. And I saw someone earlier say that they're already using a white labeled version of Go High Level. And yeah, a lot of people that start working with us, they're already paying for some like another person's Go High Level white label, or another company's Go High Level white label. Yes, this is Go High Level, a white label. We're very open and upfront about that. However, when you're with us, you don't pay for it. So most people, they end up stop paying for the thing they're already paying, and they just jump into ours. And if not, we have, tutorials and training sessions on how to do everything. If you want to stick with what you're already doing, we're not going to be like, upset about it or make you change anything. However, given that you don't pay for this, it would be silly kind of not to, I guess. So yeah, no, next one from the chat.
If we just go to the next FAQ, because this kind of connects to what you just answered, Lauren, why is it that we're giving this away for free?
Yeah, great question. Like, our goal right now is to bring in more great coaching businesses into Impact School. And we hope that when we get great results for you and save you a ton of time, money, and stress, you'll be happy enough to refer two or three of your friends or other coaches that you know to work with us. So that's why we're giving it away without paying the fee, even though we very easily sell it for $4K per year. Next one.
Last one from the chat, and then we'll run through the rest of the FAQs. What if I can't use Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram? Anthony, if you want to take that one.
Yeah, as we said earlier, our systems are platform agnostic. Okay, just as Lauren mentioned earlier, we know what it's like when a platform goes down and the pain that you experience inside your business. So that's why it being platform agnostic, it can work on all the platforms. Okay. We also put a very high emphasis on own data. So to ensure that you're taking people off social media, getting them onto your own list. That's email, that's SMS, that's everything. Okay. And so that's really important as well.
Cool. Back to our FAQs. So question is, I'm doing 50 to 100K per month. Will there be value in this for me?
Yeah, so this is something that we hear all the time. I really think that the industry is brainwashed with make 10K per month or whatever, 100K per month. That most people hyper focus on this being the qualification as to whether or not that it will work for you. We've had people who are both at 0K, $0 or 500K per month, who we've turned down. And they didn't answer yes to the questions that we asked earlier. In the beginning when we asked, do you qualify? So if you qualify and want to scale a coaching business, membership, info, etc. online, where you're the face of the brand with organic social media, please apply right now because we got you. Cool. Next one's kind of similar, isn't it, Noor? Like the product question.
Kind of similar. Kat, this in the chat as well. So I've been hesitant to apply because I'm at the beginning of my coaching journey. Felt like I'm not an ideal client. Please still apply. You lose absolutely nothing. It takes 5 minutes and we will give you our honest opinion, and you'll get a loom as well from us. So just apply. Like, you lose nothing, and we'll be honest and let you know kind of what we think, and then next steps from there.
Yeah, this question is very much the same, isn't it? People asking, do I need to be at 10K per month already? Again, brainwashing in the industry, make 10K per month, all like this. Impact School has a complete roadmap, right? So no matter where you are along the journey, you will work with our team and we'll make sure that you have a 30, 60, 90-day game plan that's specific to you and your business in installing the offer scaling system. So click the button and apply. Now what I want to do is I want to move into the live business audit, because we're doing the Instagram audit. I know Marianne has been working behind the scenes to pick out some pages that we can go through. I quickly see a question here that says, will it work on YouTube or a podcast? So this process is designed for the social media platforms when it comes to Instagram, LinkedIn, and all of that stuff. When it comes to YouTube and podcasts, that type of content is slightly different. However, we bring in experts to come and do trainings on those things. So this is more designed for the social media. YouTube and podcast is more like building a media kind of element to your business. So slightly different strategy. However, all of the other than the sort of phase one of the social media sales system, which is the organic lead tap, other than that, everything absolutely works, because we'll make sure that you essentially have a safety net on the back end of your business, so that everyone from YouTube and a podcast gets to go to your webinar profit system, and then your webinar profit system does the heavy lifting to actually go ahead and enroll the clients for you. So just Tara, depends upon which part you were talking about. But if you talk about the whole system, then yeah, absolutely it works. If you're talking about just the little lead tap section of the whole system, then that's more designed for the other socials. So the short answer is yes, absolutely it will work. Perfect, Noor. So do you want to let me know the name of the Instagram, and I'm happy to, should I share my screen? Would that be a good thing for me to do?
Yeah,
I think that will be.
Let me just pull this up. Okay, so we've got our first one. Do you want the handle, Lauren?
Yeah.
So spa_strong.
Okay. Cool. We've been chatting before. All right, let me share my screen. Okay. So we'll do an Instagram audit. Sharing my screen. Here we go. Perfect. There we go. Cool. Fast Strong. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay, great. So beauty biz coaching for estheticians, salons, and spas. We help spa/salon owners fill their books and bank account up to 50K a month. Over 1,700 plus beauty pros help DM growth to get started. This actually reminds us of one of our clients, Nicolina. She helps specifically, I can never say this word, estheticians and like beauty artists. So the first thing that I see when I see this is not necessarily just like an Instagram kind of thing, but it's more of just a general business. I hate to say the word problem, but problem, it's very broad. First of all, like the way that you serve, even if the way that you serve those three groups, the estheticians, the salons, and the spas, even if it's very similar, it then prevents you from talking about the same type of problems, right? Like a salon is going to have a very different type of problem than an esthetician, because the salon, for example, has problems with managing people and then like getting them to do work and then having multiple things going on at once, whereas like an esthetician is going to have the problem of like having to like be in all these different places, or like maybe the person whose room they're renting from like changes the rent and increases the price, and it's just very different problems, right? So I think that's a fundamental business problem rather than just an Instagram thing. Anyways, sorry, I went into coaching mode. Let's go back onto Instagram. So let's do this. So I think the first thing when I go into this page, is that pinned? Okay, so the first thing that I think is that we need to have a better CTA in the bio. So when it says DM growth to get started, okay, get started with what? Is it to do this? Or what are you going to get? So I would strongly recommend like DM growth to get a free training on XYZ. In your bio, you always want to have we call it like an authority action about section, which would ultimately be pushing people to take an action. So the action that you want to get them to take is something that's getting them to actually be one step closer to working with you. I hate Linktree because I'll share my screen. Look, this is so much decision fatigue. Like, what should I click? Do I want to join the monthly membership? Like, why should I join the monthly membership? What's the difference between the monthly membership and working one-on-one? There's a podcast, there's a blog. What's the difference between a podcast and a blog? Online courses, there's so much stuff going on here that it's overwhelming. Okay, so what we want to do instead is in the bio have just one clear call to action. So whatever it is that they get when they DM you the word growth should be the same link that's in your bio. Same. And ideally, you want this to be taking them to that intent trigger training that we spoke about earlier, where we talk about those 3 problems, etc., etc. When it comes to your posts here, I would say that you want to have some pin posts. So for example, like the first pin post at the very top should break down what is Spa Strong. Okay, I like the results. As long as this is exactly what people want to be doing, service, sales, and products, so that looks good. I would also probably pin that. And obviously we went through the social media content strategy to be doing, because obviously you're not doing that right now. But I think there's a big opportunity here, because the fact is you have 28K followers, but right now your profile is not even optimized. And let's just check the content. We love what we do. This is all about you. The content should be more about them. See, you're always talking about we. Instead, it should be like more framed about you, and the copy should be more talking about pain points and problems that will push them more closer to actually working with you. Studies show that the brain is more active while listening to podcasts than when watching TV. Okay, this is better. But instead of the Spa Strong podcast goes over hiring, perfectionism, you could say something like, if you want to learn how to hire, overcome perfectionism, make more sales, okay? Because then it's more about them than about you. Okay, so anyways, no, I feel like I'm maybe talking for too long here. So shall we go on to the next one?
I was just about to cut you off. Okay, next one is let's do bodies by Rach _. So bodies BODIES, Lauren, by BY, Rach RACH, and then _.
Cool. So the first thing I see is the image. Whenever I see like a logo or something, I just immediately think, okay, company, they're going to try and sell me something. So I would change this image. Like, this is a really nice one here of your face. Just crop your face and just put that as your image. Women's and men's fitness coach. I mean, this is like everyone in the world. So there's no need to call out both women's and men's. I would explain, you don't need all this stuff. You just put your name here. This kind of like, everyone always used to talk about back in the day, SEO on your Instagram bio, like that used to work 5 years ago. That's like so 2018. So I would just write your name here instead. And then there's another profile here. Hang on, let me just quickly this. I don't understand why it says founder.
So she's linking her personal profile, which is private, saying that she's the founder of Bodies by Rach.
Okay, because normally when people write found, it's like in my bio, I used to have founder impact school. Because normally when people put the founder thing, it's like you're saying you're the founder of this company. So that's quite confusing to be honest. I would just get rid of that. Like if your profile's private, like, no offense, but like no one cares. Okay, I say that with love. So get rid of that. Instead, this is about you. I'll show you how to achieve your dream. But instead, we want to make it say something along the lines of like, achieve your body through, and then whatever they're going to do to achieve through their body. I think you also have a fundamental problem in the business is the women's and men's fitness coach thing. I think you need I like that you say you're a naturopath. So I would say there's probably a unique methodology that's missing here, because right now you don't stand out compared to somebody else. Okay, so we need to figure out what's special about you. That is your unique methodology. So as a naturopath, what are you doing to help people achieve their fitness goals and achieve their dream body? I would get clear on that. Again, Linktree. I hate Linktree. We already went through that. Okay. This reviews and clients is good. This here shows me your prices are way too low. Like, this is really very concerning for me. The fact that you're selling something for only $24.95 a month is very, very worrying. So I think that you really need, I don't know if you have right now a high ticket offer. However, it looks like you need one. And a lot of this content, like, it's just not very clear. I think you need to have some buckets that you're consistently talking about in your content, because the content kind of seems like a mismatch of your prep journey and then also some value. I think you also need to be consistent because your posting has been like barely posted in this year. So essentially follow our social media session that we went through today. I don't know where you're at right now with your online coaching offers, but I would suggest submitting an application because we can most likely help you. I don't know if you're at the stage yet. I don't know if you're quite yet at the stage for us to be able to help you, but maybe you have a high ticket offer. I just don't know if you're already selling anything or if this is a new thing. It's not clear to me if you're already selling or if this has previously been like an in-person trainer business that you're trying to move online right now. But I think you just need to stick to getting consistent, sharing a lot more value and getting clear on exactly who you're helping, because once you're clear on who you're helping, then you're also going to have clarity on the content that you need to share because it will all be targeted and specific. Okay, so yeah, no, let's go on to the next one. You're on mute.
I'm sorry. I'm saying last one that we'll do is a Tara _ MURNEY.
Okay, cool. Got it here. Alrighty, let me share my screen again. Okie dokie, cool. Oh, I love this. This is really cool. These look so nice. Very beautiful and aesthetic. Okay, transformative philosopher and guide, Dr. Tara Murney. So I would honestly probably just get rid of this. Just have your name as your name. I like the pic. You look good there. It's very happy. Username is good. Elevating entrepreneurs' minds and spirits, blending philosophy, spirituality, and manifestation, unlocking success and fulfillment, transform here. Okay, so this is quite like a lot of, I'd say, jargon. Instead, it's like, who do you help and how you help them? So helping entrepreneurs unlock success through I would even do something like the doctors. Hang on, let me just think about this for a second. Transformative. Let me just look at some of your content so I get more context on exactly what you do. Courage is what you need. This is how powerful your thoughts are. Okay, got it. So it's like it's like reprogramming the mind. You remind me of Mina, actually. Mina is doing a similar thing to this. I think I showed one of the client testimonials from her earlier. So essentially before Mina worked with us, she does energy healing, right? And you'll see why you remind me of her in a sec. So she was always marketing, like helping entrepreneurs like essentially heal their energy and guide them to a next level of success, right? However, what we did is we realized like she was always talking about this outcome of energy healing, but the thing was it wasn't just hitting. So instead what we did is we took the outcome, turned that into her method, and her new outcome became business success and expansion of profits. So essentially she would say, I'll help you. I think she says like double your profits and expand your business through energy healing. And she doesn't really talk as much about the energy healing. So what I would do is like get really clear on the outcome that you're taking people to. For example, I'll just do the example of like double your profits. So helping you double your profits through and then I want to get clear on what this thing is that you do. So for Mina, it's energy healing. She has a specific way of saying that. That sounds a bit more sexy. But for you, what is that? Okay. And then when it comes to the content, I think it just kind of like is quite a mishmash right now. And very wordy. So I think that, I know Tara, you've submitted your application with working with us. When you get plugged into our templates, I'm very excited to see you expand, because I think it's going to be very smooth getting you plugged in. Just checking.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in just regarding the outcomes that you're talking about, Lauren. I think that's the most important thing is if that's clear, then that can dictate what shows up in the bio, right? Where it says for her it said transform here. What is that? What does that look like? And then of course that call to action to do that, and just that simplicity, it can change everything. So those small tweaks are actually very game changing.
Yeah, and she just said, I'm the queen of manifestation, won the lottery in Canada. That's crazy. I think I never won someone that won the lottery before. But you could even put that in your bio below the, helping entrepreneurs double their revenue through manifestation, right? And then you could literally put in your bio, like, won the lottery or something. But I would maybe even think, instead of that being in your bio, I'd have a pin post as your first post, which essentially tells your story. And then within that, you basically tell them how you won the lottery. And then that's how you essentially got into what you do now. Let me just quickly stop share. Let me share my screen story for a sec and show you an example of how you can do this. Okay, one sec. So if you go to my Instagram now, look at this video. And this is like me telling my story here. Anyway, so you can go and watch that in your own time, but that will give you a good idea of like a thing that you could pin to your bio, to your page, sorry. So anyways, right, we have gone on for a long time here. Thanks so much for everyone for coming. Please submit your application. We will be sending the replay over to you sometime tomorrow, and we just need to let it process and everything, and just check your emails from us. We'll be emailing it to you. So guys, thank you so much for being here today. Those of you that stayed until the end, I'm very confident that we could help you. So please submit your application through. The fact that you've been able to show up for this long, that's Anthony, doesn't that sound like a dream client? Seriously.
Honestly, 100%.
Yeah, seriously. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so grateful to serve you. Noor, Anthony, thanks for joining me here. I know this has been a lot. And have an amazing rest of your day, night, wherever you are in the world, everybody. And I really, really look forward to seeing you inside Impact School and seeing more of you. You'll see a lot of us.